Hello. Hello. Testing, is this thing on? Hello. This is your video and...
I'm not responding to that intro. You're redoing that intro.
What?
That was obnoxious.
That's the whole point.
Oh my god, so Roni.
Welcome back to another episode of G&A Reviews. Wait, so the scatting wasn't obnoxious.
No, the scatting
but my awful Medea impression is...
Medea? I thought that was the Martian dude from Tom and Jerry.
It's whatever you want it to be.
From Bugs Bunny or whatever.
Welcome back to another episode of G&A Podcast,
Marvin
where we can... Oh, that actually does sound like Marvin the Martian.
It does sound like Marvin the Martian. That's what I thought you were going for.
Which would have been fine, but apparently I can't have my fun. Welcome back, guys. We are here for another anime
week.
Yeah, one of those frames of time.
Our brains are fried because we just did the summer preview, so...
Yeah, so please bear with us, and bear with me trying to have some fun, but, apparently No Fun Oni is here to stop that.
Speaking of no fun, let's talk about Steins Gate 0, episode 12. No fun allowed. Although this episode was kind of...
I think this
was kind of cute. It was a cute
episode.
It was a cute episode, all about Kagiri and... Mayuri and their relationship as unknowing mother and daughter.
Yeah, it was very sweet. Excuse me. They really explored her story, as opposed to, in a way they're just very oh my god, that's how much you love your mother, and here are the things remind you of your mother, and oh my gosh, she passes out again. She passes out twice.
She passes out a lot.
Yeah, you have a pass out counter. Actually, 3 or 4 at this point. A Kagari passes out counter. But no, I thought it was kind of a cute episode. They're just running around. Cause it's about a song. It's not about oh my god, how this person get in and shoot her and kill her whole family.
The whole time we were watching this episode, I was waiting for the shoe to drop. I was like, yo, when is Kagari gonna flip out and shoot Mayuri, or when is Yuki gonna reveal that she's an agent and come out and just kill Daru or something?
Why did she kill her?
I don't know. She's obviously working. I still suspect that she's an agent of either Russia or America.
Oh my god! Plot twist: she didn't actually die. They just said that.
Yeah, but I was waiting for something to happen, and it never did. But for what it was, though. It was a good episode because it gave Kagiri some backstory and personality, and not much personality.
Not much,
but some backstory. It gave Mayuri a lot of characterization. I think I liked Mayuri a lot more after this episode, and we did have some Suzuha moments as well that were really, really good, especially the eating contest.
I'm going into battle. You thought she was literally just started killing a bunch of rounders or something.
Yeah.
No, she just eats curry.
And I think that this episode was smart because I think it was expecting its viewers to suspect something was going to happen. Because every time something had an opportunity to happen, when they were calling Suzuha and they were like, oh, she headed into battle, I'm like, oh man, she's dead, isn't she? Or when Kagiri was going to that trance mode and walking in front of the truck, I'm like, oh, she's going to die and they're going to have to go back in time to save her. Or when that woman picked up the phone and it turned out to be Okabe's mother, I was like, oh, I bet that's the other girl from CERN or something, or Moeka or something like that.
Yeah, I thought it was Miss Reyes.
Yeah, I thought it was Miss Reyes, and it wasn't. So I guess there was a lot of moments that just kind of
a lot of baiting.
Yeah, you got just baited left and right.
Yeah, this is a super cucking episode.
Super cuck episode.
Yeah, and then at the end, while it wasn't a huge reveal, it was good enough where they revealed the time paradox.
Yeah, from the song.
The fact that there is no origin of the song, it's just very circular.
Yeah. Because
basically they say that they go down the line of people who knew the song and oh, I learned it from this person, I learned it from this person, I learned it from this person. Then it's oh, Okabe knew that song all along.
So Okabe, the line was Okabe learned it from Kagiri, then Okabe's mother learned it from him, and then Yuki learned it from Okabe's mother because they have a class together, and then Mayuri learned it from Yuki, and she taught it to Kagiri. And then Kagiri, of course, time travels and goes back, and then meets Okabe when he's younger to teach him the song. So it's like this circular kind of paradoxical lineage of how they learned the song to begin with.
Exactly. So there is no origin, apparently.
Yeah, there is just no origin, which is interesting. There's a lot of music themes with Steins Gate Zero, with Amadeus and Salieri, and now this song thing popping up.
Yeah, I liked it. And it had enough to have that very Steins Gate feel because of the time paradox. But yeah, it wasn't like all depression and murder.
Yeah. It was still distinctly, like, I remember when Steins Gate's first season did these types of episodes where it was like, not relevant to the main plot, but they were like exploring a certain character like Ferris or something. Yeah. And those episodes were still over the top and cute and fun. This one wasn't depressing, but it also wasn't cute and fun. It was still somewhat somber. Yeah. And like it still fits the tone of Steins Gate Zero.
Yeah. Very Steins Gate Zero feel. So I think the episode did its job.
It did.
This is a good episode to end as they start the second half soon.
Mm-hmm. I'm still waiting to see what's going to happen to initiate the second half of the series.
Ooh, so we'll find out together. And while we wait, let's move on to Boku no Hero Academia 3, episode 13.
Yes. Probably. Anyway,
Probably.
This is the episode where they all moved into the dorms with each other. And it's exactly what I thought it was going to be, which was just, we're moving into the dorms. Look at our rooms, everybody.
This is our styles.
Mm-hmm.
That's it.
So,
actually, that's not all.
It's not it, but even though that's what I was expecting, that's what I got, I still really liked it. Like, because I love the characters. I love how they use the characters. I love how the characters interact with each other. Mm-hmm. I think Mineta is, like, the perfect epitomization of that, with his perversions and like getting the girls to try to come in his room.
Yeah, come in my room.
Come on, I'll show you my room.
And they're like, let's just go next floor.
Yeah.
Next floor next. We're done here.
And I love that, first off, we just realized there's not that many girls in the class.
Yeah, there's like 5 of them.
There's not that many girls at all.
We're, like, all the girls were doing this competition, and then they're just like, wait, pretty much all of them except Froppy are present.
Yeah.
The fuck?
Yeah, I was watching, like, I always thought there was like a 50-50 split for some reason between girls and guys, but nope. It's like 90-10.
Yeah, it's a sausage fest.
There's slim pickings for the guys there.
Yep. I like the Sugar Rush dude.
Oh yeah,
I liked his because he's just like, I made a cake for everyone. Let's eat. Like, I don't know, just little things like that. Because you didn't expect him to be a baker, even though like
it makes sense because his quirk, but
you still wouldn't expect it because he's like all buff and shit. Like,
but this is why I love Hero Academia and what it does different from like Naruto and Bleach and stuff like that is that it puts a lot of emphasis on its side characters.
Yeah.
So like even the sugar guy who basically gets no screen time got this dedication to him, and you got to learn a little bit about his character.
Exactly, and then like all the girls were like falling over him. Like he got development.
He got the perfect example of this, of how good Hero Academia is at developing its characters and making them unique, is there's literally an invisible girl who we've never seen, yet she is still somehow the cutest character.
She really is.
She's super cute. It has like. So like, that is amazing to me. You have a character who literally has no appearance whatsoever, yet manages to be super adorable, super cute, has a distinct personality, is likable, so...
I'm scared to put this out there, but I am curious. I'm curious, kind of, to see how those dojins must be with Invisible Girl.
There are Invisible Girl dojins.
I know there are.
They're pretty much just jokes, though.
Yeah,
but still,
I can imagine.
They exist, and it's, I don't know, it's just fun to... Also, it occurred to me while we were watching this, she's probably the traitor.
Because she's
invisible.
Oh, god damn it.
That's the only reasoning I have.
Character.
That's the only reasoning I have, is just that she's the one person who, if she was the traitor, it wouldn't have much impact on the story, because it'd be like, oh, the Invisible Girl did it. And also, she could reasonably be the traitor because she can just be invisible and walk away. So,
damn it,
it's possible. Just saying, it would suck because I like Invisible.
I know, like that's why they're making her so likable now. Like, well, even more.
Oh,
so.
You're right. Yeah, so that when
because like happens, it was between her and Froppy that were the most two likable like in the entire episode. And speaking of Froppy, yes, we should discuss that because that's not the only thing this episode was about. Like in return, talking about the rooms and whatnot. It wasn't just the rooms. It's also she was talking how she was like, I felt really bad for like not doing anything, and she's like, and now like the us getting they get chewed the fuck out by Aizawa.
Aizawa was like, I would have fucked you all up and expelled you if this was my, if it wasn't for the circumstances. But
but we need you, so whatever. So Froppy, that really fucked Froppy up, right and proper. So they're just like, she's like, oh, I felt really bad about this, and it's like I can't feel like we can have fun anymore because I feel so bad and I'm so sorry. Like there's such a thoughtful apology,
and it was realistic too. Like, oh, when you think about it, you probably would like feel some sort of guilt if you didn't help when you could have and had that that knowledge. And I don't know, I just like the idea of it. It really developed her and it made her a lot more likable, which I loved her to begin with.
Yeah, exactly. She was such a likable character. Also, her hair is literally tied into a giant bow. You have to have a lot of hair to do that. Like, I'm just putting that out there. That's insane. That's like a lot of hair.
She has a ton of hair. Yes, but she was adorable. She was I think Froppy is my favorite character, like favorite female character on the show. I think even more than Uraraka, I like Froppy. So hopefully she's not the traitor.
Yo, I would.
That would fuck me up.
Oh. Yo, imagine if Aizawa was a traitor.
That'd be dope. Oh, that'd be great.
That'd be
a great twist. But overall, decent episode. I liked it. Enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Look forward to next week. See what's gonna happen.
All right, moving on.
We have Golden Kamuy.
The last episode.
Episode 12. Yep.
Golden Kamuy. So
until the second season, at least.
Until the second season, which is coming out in October, so in the fall. So they move to another place. Like after the whole shit with the mansion happens, like they look for the bodies, can't find the bodies. They go to another place called Naganuma. And in said place, they go to this Ainu town where they run into like this fox woman.
Yeah.
Who is a fortune teller. And she's the typical like, oh, I know your future, and she literally starts telling all the truth. Like, she's like she's pretty accurate for someone who may be faking it. I
really liked her character though, because she's another one of those. First off, I can't tell if she's a villain or not. She kind of strikes me as like evil, but not like, I don't think she's gonna go out and kill them.
Especially after like the last scene.
Yeah. It's clear that she has some kind of mysticism or power.
Yeah, because remember they brought up the whole wolf thing, and they're like, oh, they're like, some of these wolves might be tricksters.
Oh, you're right.
And of course, who shows up with a wolf with a fox pelt around her neck?
Yeah. Oh, and that happened right after the fox was killed.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes, it all clicked for me when she like disappeared like that, and I was just like, oh shit, they said something about. No, when he said I got tricked by the fox.
Yeah. Also, because when I was watching, I was thinking like, the way she knew all the horses was winning might be because she was like working with the Yakuza there. Like if she had some kind of connection to or if she herself was a Yakuza boss that was rigging the races,
or if she was a fox,
or she was a magical fox. So. I love that she's so mysterious and we know nothing about her, and that makes her intriguing. But also, I just loved her mannerisms. Like, she was just cute. Like, she was cute when she was interacting with, what's his name? Shiraishi. And, he picked her up and threw up in the air and everything. Yeah. And she still had her mysticism moments I liked her interactions with, Asleepa. Yeah, being all skeptical.
And she's like, oh, so you're still looking for your dad, huh? And I'm just like, damn. she got her where it hurts.
I feel like she's a really good foil for Asleepa, because Asleepa's all like, I'm logical, I'm new generation woman, and I'm here to make my stance and all that. And this girl's just like, you know what? I'm gonna tell your future and make you doubt yourself
and make you uncomfortable.
Because Ashiba's whole thing for this episode was like, I'm not uncertain. I know what's gonna happen. I know about my future, and I make my own choices and that. And this girl just fucked her up and was like, nah. Let me make you doubt yourself real quick.
Yeah, you shouldn't go on this journey. You're just looking for your dad. I can tell your future because I just talked about everything.
So that was great. I loved her. The other major thing, I think, was the whole side story, the side plot. Which is funny because the main characters were kind of the quote-unquote side plot for this episode.
They were.
The main thing that happened that actually kind of related to the story was the samurai and the sniper meeting up at the end.
I mean, I wouldn't call it the main thing if it happens at the end.
The major thing that happened this episode was probably, as it pertains to the plot.
Yes, there's the fact that the sniper teams up with the old samurai dude.
Yeah. So the samurai guy actually has a pretty legit alliance now because he still has...
Yep.
What are we calling him now? I forgot his name.
Forehead?
Forehead. Yeah, he still has Forehead. And now he has this sniper, god-tier sniper, and he himself is just like a super swordsman, so...
Also, he has, like... Well, maybe he has the woman from the hotel... Oh, not the woman, the doctor.
The doctor from the hotel, yeah. Oh, yeah, they do, because he's in custody. And he might have Shirashi, depending on where Shirashi
like falls
in his allegiance. So, this guy's coming out on top. He's a contender.
But the 7th Division is hot on his trails. They're actually in the town. Like, everyone's basically at the town where they're all headed up to.
Yeah, they're all headed to the same place to get this guy who's, I guess, collecting bodies from the grave.
Yeah.
From the graveyard and has some of the skins. So...
Oh, God, that was so fucking... that whole scene was gross. And it was like, wow, what happened was gross enough. And then that creepy guy... made it only creepier because he's a total fucking creep.
He's like a Buffalo Bill Texas Chainsaw guy. Just like, I guess his whole thing is he makes clothes out of people's skin because those gloves were just like hands.
Yeah, but then the squad leader picks up and he's like, "Yeah, let's go get it." He puts the glove on. I'm like, "The fuck?
That's so unsanitary."
That's just gross. Like, why would you? Anyone else would just be like, "Oh, this is a hand, gross," and just drop it on the floor. He's like, "I'm gonna put it on."
So I'm honestly, as far as expectations go for season 2, I'm looking forward to this.
Oh yeah, extremely high.
Oh, they're gonna have Samurai Dude and his all-star fucking Olympic team of assassins and killers meeting up with crazy ass Squad 7, meeting up with Ashlipa and Sugimoto, all in Buffalo Bill, Texas Chainsaw Mansion to fight this serial killer guy.
Yeah,
so,
although I will say, shout out to the whatchamacallit. Shout out to Ainu Fuckboy. He shaved his beard. He was still pretty, but he shaved his beard for the jockey race. Also, let's talk about how Yakuza really got the way to like abuse the horses to win.
Yeah.
Jesus, they're like, how is this guy gonna win? Oh, we just snort cocaine on his nose. You just put it on his throat, but he might die. So you just snort it, make him snort it.
Which makes me think that's probably something that actually happens. I wouldn't be surprised if they actually do that.
Oh, that kind of breaks my heart.
It does. Apparently, it broke this guy's heart too because he was like, "Nah, we're winning this race.
Yeah, we're gonna win."
But everyone else be damned because they're probably all gonna get assassinated now.
Yeah, he was like, "Oh, please fix water. Like, give this guy water so you can lose because if this isn't fixed, we're all gonna be killed." Oh, not my problem.
Your problem. I ain't gonna be killed.
I don't want to see them die just a little bit.
Oh man. Anyway, I don't know. Should we rate this even though it's like half the first season and then we're in the second half?
Why not? This is the first season.
Right.
This is the only season. Well, the first season. Second season's coming out soon.
All right, let's rate it then. Since I brought it up, you get to rate it first. That's how it works.
Sure. I'll give this. I'll give this a 9. I'll give this a 9. I give it a 9 because it's like I said, it's very Quentin Tarantino-ish.
It is,
and that's not. I don't say that very lightly. Like, you know, when I say that, that is a very like high praises. Like that's a very I'm trying to think of his movies. What's the really famous one that everyone knows?
Kill Bill?
Not Kill Bill.
Hateful Eight, Django Unchained.
No, the old one.
Pulp Fiction.
Pulp Fiction. This is very Jackie Brown. This is very Shock Lock, Two Smoking Barrels. You know, all those movies where they set up all these interesting plots and all these very well developed characters that are very different and interesting, and then they all in weird ways intersect with each other, and in this really wacky but very dark way. Like I really feel like if Quentin Tarantino made an anime, this would be it.
Yeah.
100%, and that's like it's a high score for me.
I was gonna give it an 8.5, but I think you just convinced me to push that up to a 9 because it is. I think you have to be a certain type of person who likes Quentin Tarantino movies. Not everybody likes character study type movies and shows, and this is very much like if you think about it, the plot itself hasn't really been touched that much.
Yeah, like
there's nothing going on with the plot.
It's very simple. They're just collecting bodies. Well, skin. They're just collecting a bunch of skin maps to find some gold.
But even then, like the only major revelation we've had in terms of just the story so far has been that Aslipa's father is the thief that stole the gold.
Yeah.
So the story's not really that much, not the point of it. The point is how great the characters are and how interesting they are. And to that extent, I think this is like one of the most well-developed and interesting cast of characters I've ever seen in a show. So I love it. I absolutely love it. You love those types of shows where you love interesting characters, interesting villains. You know, if you are the type of person who loves Quentin Tarantino, then definitely.
Like that's why I love. Like never before have you seen where the villains are just as well developed and just as good as the main characters. Also, that almost never happened.
The absurdist humor of it is really good. Like the way it does that. Like even Quentin Tarantino did do dark comedy.
Exactly, it's very dark comedy.
Like I seriously feel like Quentin Tarantino ghostwrote this whole show.
Exactly. Like, Studios, we're on to you.
Yeah, we know what you're doing in your spare time, Tarantino. All right, so that covers that. Looking forward to the second season.
I literally just want to rant and rave about this show all day. Let's move on.
Let's move on. Next up, we have High School DxD episode
Talk
11.
About lowering expectations.
This is my episode of the week. Thank you very much. My episode of the week, High School DxD episode 11. Or episode 12, I should say. This was everything I wanted it to be in terms of a fight. I'm sorry. It was just a really fucking awesome fight. And this is why I got mad when you were like, I can't take this show seriously. Because you're not supposed to take the show seriously. The dude had like a 5-minute transformation scene based on his power coming from boobs. So...
like, this is...
like, as far as I'm concerned, this is a parody of show.
This is probably going to be my episode of the week, too, ironically. Only literally because nothing else happened in any other episode. Literally by default, it has to be episode of the week. Oh, God. Because I'm being honest. Like, yes, this episode wasn't bad. This episode was not bad.
It was really good. You're telling me the opening fight scene was great.
Was that the one? That's them fighting. That's them fighting, right? Or are you talking about the one
where he fought with Rose Weiss and Kiba, and he knocked her the fuck out? And,
and
they cut off his arm and stuff.
Yeah. No,
that was awesome.
That was cool. But I didn't remember that as much. I remember the second fighting, which I liked. The second between Sairog and
Issei.
Yeah. Yeah, and then the whole Saint transformation.
Yeah, Saint Seiya transformation. Like, it was literally just a Saint Seiya transformation. And Issei's transformation is literally just Gurren Mach 2 from Code Geass.
Yeah.
Like, we should find a side-by-side of that.
Yeah, I literally was just, transformation. Like, I was singing, like, the opening to Code Geass. I was like, Sekai wo Sekai no. Okay.
It was just, I love the hypeness. Like, it was a hype episode. I liked it.
Yeah.
I liked seeing Issei just... There was a second match. We just completely forgot about it because Issei beat the girl in one hit. He was just like, I'm so pissed. I'm gonna beat the shit out of you. He just blew her up.
Yeah, that was dumb, but... like you see, which is my point. I was just like, that's so dumb. Like, you literally... Like,
that's awesome.
That match didn't have to even need to exist.
He's so mad he just blew her up. though. That's awesome.
He didn't blow her up.
He punched her into oblivion.
Cyrog actually forced her to retire.
Yeah, because she would have died otherwise.
Yeah, so no blowing up actually happened.
It could have if Cyrog didn't withdraw her.
Yeah, he would have killed her. Yeah. Hooray. Also, he's like so mad at Cyrog. It's like I still don't understand that theory. It's like
because he beat the shit out of Kiba and Rosewise and
okay, so you beat them in a fight. They're not dead. They're not dead.
All right, I'll say that to you whenever you get beaten up in like a bar or something. What do you want me to get angry at? You're not dead, Drew.
But they're all getting healed with magic. That's the difference.
Well, you'll be getting healed with the magic of medicine at the ER. So
okay, but unless you can magically take care of my medical bill, like.
I'll be sure to take you to Canada for your treatment.
Thank you.
But I loved it. I loved it because even though there was not much ecchi at all, but that's why I like the show because it can move between really really good ecchi and really really good action.
Hey, remember when Rias was like really powerful and stuff?
All right, so Rias is the best example of a character that just went to shit after a couple of seasons, and from what I've heard about the light novel, essentially she gets thrown to the side even more after this arc, to the point where she's literally at this point just a side character in her own, well, it's not her series, but she basically went from being the main love interest to being background bitch, so...
Essentially.
Yeah. Which is, I liked Rias in the first season, but she wasn't my favorite character, so I feel bad for everyone who's a big Rias fan. My condolences. But...
Yeah, I was a big Rias fan. I really liked her in season 1. She was like, oh, she's so badass and cool and stuff.
For the sake of everyone else, I guess Rias had a fall because all the other girls got a lot better than they were in season 1 and 2. Season 1 and 2 is weird because all the characters were very one-dimensional, except Rias was kind of nuanced and interesting.
Yeah, and then that
then
all
just like they were like, you need to develop all these other characters, and the guy was just like, all right, well, fuck Rias, we're gonna devolve her character, and everyone else is gonna be
literally devolve. Now I can make her just as she was, make her worse.
Everyone else is gonna be a tremendously better. Akeno got better, Koneko got better, Ajak even got better. Everyone got better, but Rias is just continuing to decline.
Yay!
Remember when she was strong enough to actually do something and not get mauled by a tiger or a lion or whatever?
No.
Like, if you go back and watch some episodes, like, she's strong enough to take on fallen angels that were really
no, I'm being
tier.
sarcastic, yes. No, she was very powerful. Now they just made her weak as shit.
Mm-hmm. But, yeah, aside from her being a joke, the rest of the episode was great. I loved it.
Yeah.
Alright, so moving on.
Last but certainly not least.
Well, for me, this was the least. Persona 5 episode. So I'm conflicted because I do want them to, focus more on the side character. I want them to focus more on the confidants, and they did that this episode. They focused a lot on Yusuke and Akechi.
Mm-hmm.
But
is Akechi a confidant?
Yes.
Okay.
But that's all they did for the whole fucking episode, and we got like 4 or 5 more palaces to go through. So, I don't know. I don't know about having a whole episode dedicated just to one character's side story. Like, I like it when
it 2?
Well, 2 characters. Akechi kind of got some development, but that's not like his main story either. So I'm pretty sure Akechi will get his own episode too. And I don't know. I feel like you could have squeezed in, if you are gonna do these episodes that are centered around confidants, you gotta squeeze in more than just one person, because you're not gonna have time to go through the main cast. You're not gonna have time to go to the side cast either.
Word. I agree with that.
And of all the confidants, I think Yusuke is my least favorite. So, I prefer everyone. I literally prefer pretty much everyone else's story, because Yusuke's story is pretty much just I suck at painting and I need inspiration, and that's it.
Yeah, basically.
And that was this whole episode in a nutshell. I suck at painting and I need inspiration, so come venture with
art
me.
Dude.
That's the story. That's what I'm talking about.
No, I'm saying.
Oh, the other art guy that's like.
And then that's how his and Kachi's story kind of.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Like they were intertwined, so it made sense to play them both. At the
I
same
think
time.
narratively, like if we're just looking at this episode as itself, like on its own, I think it was a good episode.
Yeah,
like it was a good episode because it's the storytelling was good, the pacing was really good. Mm-hmm. You got really good, interesting development for 2 characters, but in the grand scheme of like I know where the story's going. It was kind of like, why does these two characters have an entire episode dedicated to them?
Yeah,
like,
that I'm not sure. I'm just like, don't you guys have like
you're
more,
not even halfway.
dungeons too?
Yeah, you're not even halfway done with the story of the game yet, and you're dedicating this whole episode to these two characters. So I don't know. Also, Hifumi could have been in this episode, and they literally just cock teased us and gave us like
that was a
like
mega
2
Hifumi
seconds
cup.
of Hifumi looking in on them sketching and walking away. Fuck you. We need more Hifumi.
And I believe that is it for this week. Good week. Next week I believe is like the last of everything. More or less.
Everything that's not returning. Yes. Next week should be the last episode of DXD. It should be the last episode of.
Yeah.
DXD.
DXD.
Everything else is returning.
Yep.
So yeah, that'll be the last episode of DXD next week.
So
and we'll be covering whatever new summer shows that have started that we're covering.
Yes. So if you are looking forward to that, by all means, like, comment, subscribe, check our Discord. It's Diggity Dope. Check out Twitter, and join us on Twitch. Because after all, it's just Twitch. And if you want to go the extra mile, consider in your hearts to donate to our Patreon, like all these beautiful bad bitches that you see on the screen. It goes a long way, and you get lots of super juicy, lovely perks. Any last words of wisdom?
I want to say, if you guys don't know what's coming out for the summer season, we do have a video up right now going over the summer season, so do check that out. We'll be talking about all the new shows and what we're covering for the upcoming podcast going forward. So check those out. And that's all I got to say.
Yes, and so on that note, we are going to peace the F-U-C hey out. This has been Drooby-Doo and
Soberoni
of G&A Reviews, and we are out of here. Bye.
Later.